Hello everybody. All right, so we are sticking with being intentional with what it is that we want out of this month. And like I had said earlier this month, that I want to be intentional with being on here, showing up, and just hanging out with you, expanding my network, all the fun things. So today we're going to do more of, I'm actually just going to be doing my eyes. I'm just going to do a fall version of my eyes, and I'm going to do the rest of my makeup on Facebook Live. I'm kind of coming up with a new routine of how I spread out my content, and normally I go live on Facebook every day, and I hardly ever go live on Instagram. So what I'm doing is every other day, one day Facebook, the next day Instagram, and then somewhere in the middle throwing in some content for you guys too, because I really like kind of finding a new groove. And the thing is, whenever you get comfortable, you don't grow. So it's really nice to just always be in the mindset of shaking things up. So that's pretty much what we're doing. And I'm going to, so for today's fall makeup, I'm actually going to be using my Glamour Palette. This is what I normally use, but it is the best. I'm just looking for my eyeshadow primer. Nope. I might even do some false lashes for you guys today too. So I'm using a Pro to Fit eyeshadow primer. It's from Farmasi. This right here. So this is a really good color corrector. If your veins show more prominently on your eyelids, this is going to cover them up, any darkness up there or redness. What I applied first was actually a Hydra hyaluronic acid eye cream. Hyaluronic acid is known for adding, for one, it's adding extra hydration to your eye area, and two, it's really, really good for plumping up your skin. So if you want to plump up your eye area before you get started, hyaluronic acid is a great product, a great ingredient to use that is in some eye products, and it just happens, I have a handful of eye creams to offer, and that's one of them. So I love it, but I love applying it before my makeup for that reason. And then I also feel like it just makes my primer glide on a little bit easier. So eyeshadow primer is also a really good tool to use if you have oily eyelids. This is going to keep your eyeshadows and eyeliner in place all day long. And even if you don't have oily eyelids, it's just, you're going to see how much more vibrant the shadows look on me. So we're going to get started with this Glamour Palette. And first I'm going to go in with this shade up here. It's called Magnolia. You can see that I clearly love it. And I'm just going to kind of be all over with Magnolia. She's gonna go all over. And I'm still in like a really cute summer top because it's Florida. So just because we're transitioning to fall doesn't mean that it feels like fall, right? If you're from Florida, put a heart in the comments. I went to the beach today as well because I am a homeschool mom, and it was a day. It's actually been a couple of weeks, like just a little more difficult of a couple of weeks. And not that, non-homeschool moms have it rough, because I know they do. I've been there too. And you just kind of pick your heart and go with it, right? But today my husband was off, so we did school this morning, and then I said, I am done. I'm going to the beach by myself, so have fun. Okay, so what we're gonna do next, I'm gonna try, this is kind of, I know it might be kind of hard. I feel like in camera this looks more taupe. It's almost like a taupe, like a mix between taupe and lilac, the color of this. So let's see what we could do with it. I'm gonna go in with this shade called Dusty Rose, which is up here. I'm gonna use, the back of this brush is clean, so I'm just gonna use that to apply Dusty Rose. And I'm gonna put Dusty Rose pretty much just packing it on my eyelid. I always start with a little and then add less, especially when we get into the blending part. And another tip with, makeup, but especially when it comes to applying eyeshadows, if you're a beginner like I am, I feel like our eyeshadows always look so funny in the beginning process, especially if we don't have like our eyebrows done or foundation or anything like that. So I always try to be mindful of that too. Okay, so there's Dusty Rose. I think that's really pretty. And now what I'm gonna do is go in with probably a few colors here. We're gonna try some things out. First, we're gonna do, you know what, normally I always start with taupe, which is this color right here, but I think I'm gonna start with Warm Teddy, this one right here. Let's start with Warm Teddy. So add a little, tap off, and I'm using a blending brush. And Warm Teddy, I'm going to start on the outer corner, just like this. And I have hooded eyes, so I go right above my natural crease when I'm applying my matte shades or any shades. I just like the way that mattes look better, especially on hooded eyes. So we're gonna keep the bulk of our pigment on the outer corner, just like that. And then whatever's left over, we're just gonna carefully blend it. I go in very light-handed, so I'm not pressing heavy, which makes it easier when you're using a blending brush like this. It makes it a little bit easier to control your product. See? It's really pretty. Okay, so there's that. And then before I go to the other eye, we're going to take this other color down here. It's called Ashes. And I'm using a tapered blending brush for Ashes. And I'm really just gonna try to keep Ashes right on the outer corner here. I feel like most of the makeup that I do could really be considered fall or spring makeup, just depending on what lip color you put with it. But I'm trying to do something a little bit different tonight, just more specific to fall. So once you place the bulk of it on the outer corner, whatever's left, you can just kind of blend it over. And remember that makeup is just for fun, you know? If you don't like something, you can always wipe it off. There's no, you know, there's no rules. You can literally do whatever you want with makeup. That's the fun part about it. Okay? Looking pretty so far. So now we're gonna do the same thing on this side. I'm gonna go back in with that blending brush. This is from Farmasi. It's in a 14 palette of brushes that we have. And I'm gonna go back in with Warm Teddy, just pressing lightly and tapping off any excess and going right above my natural crease. Just like that. And trust me, it is best to start with a little bit of product, blend it out, and then if you need more, then add more. It's way easier to do your makeup that way instead of adding way too much and trying to blend it all out. Okay, maybe do just a tiny bit more. I'm gonna have to sneak off of here real quick and go change my daughter, and then I'll be right back to finish this. You want change, Coco? Yes. Okay, mommy change you, okay? Okay, I'll be right back. So now we're gonna go back in with our tapered blending brush and add in some Ashes. And remember, we're concentrating mostly on the outer corner first, and then whatever's left over, we'll bring it over. We'll bring it into the, you know, the inner corner of our eye. Sorry, I'm not a, you know, a makeup artist. I'm not a professional makeup artist or anything like that. So I'm not claiming to be. I'm simply mom in her 30s who started learning how to do her makeup in her late 20s. And I know how intimidating it can be. So I like to share what I've learned and, you know, remind people that they can wear makeup even if they don't know how. They can still learn. Or if they aren't used to wearing it, you know, they didn't grow up that way, like I didn't, you can learn how, and it's okay. And if you try something out, you don't like it, take it off. It's that simple. There's no crazy rules. Okay, and especially if you're gonna do your eyeshadow before you do the rest of your face, remember it is gonna look a little bit crazy to you, and you're probably not gonna be crazy about the way that it looks. But you gotta trust the process. That is what I have learned. Okay, I think that that's even. even enough, right? We'll see. Okay, so what I want to do now, I know that I have the Dusty Rose down, but I actually might, I think what I'm going to do now is put a Shimmer Shadow down here. And I like to use my finger. This is a darker, it's called Dubai, but it's a darker maroon. I think it's really, really pretty for fall. And the same thing over here. I like to pack it on with my finger because I feel like you get a better pigment with the shimmers when you can use your finger like that. Okay, there's that. Get this off. Wipe that off my finger. And then what I do, I would like to put stuff on my lash line too. Sorry about that. But this is where it gets weird for me when I don't have the rest of my face makeup on. So we're gonna put a little bit of Magnolia right through here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows. And then I'll touch the bottom eye area up after I'm done. But to do my brows, let's see, I'm just gonna go in with my brow wax. And I like to take most of the product off of this just because there's a lot of product on here and I don't have a ton of brow hair there anyways. But you know what I think I might use first as a brow wax, just to help style my brows a little bit more. And this is gonna give you, this brow wax is waterproof, so it's gonna keep your brows in place longer, and it's also got Capixyl in it. And if you're not familiar with Capixyl, it is really good at helping your hairs grow. So I'm gonna put this on here, and I feel like my spoolie looks super ghetto right now because my daughter has destroyed it. So you just kind of style your brows that way. Just like that. I feel like there's a weird shape in my brow hairs right there. I need to get them groomed. But we'll make it do. Okay, let's go in with the brow wax now. It dries pretty quickly. So I start in the middle. Brush out to the end, and then I go back to the beginning of my brow and comb through that way. Okay. Just like that. Makes such a big difference just to use a little bit of brow wax and a brow mascara. Okay, and I'll do the same thing on the other side. I'll scrape off a lot of this product because I don't need that much on there. This brow wax is only, or this brow mascara is only $13. Just such a good price point. Follows very strict, well, all of our makeup and cosmetics follow very strict European guidelines. So it's banning over 1,300 harmful ingredients from your cosmetics that the FDA doesn't even, they ban between 10 and 13. Which is pretty alarming when you think about it that way. I feel like with these products, you can think of, you know, drugstore prices, if not a little bit better, and just way better ingredients for your skin and your body. Because whatever you're putting on your skin is essentially going to find its way into your body, right? Let's see if we can make this one just a little bit darker, match it up. Here we go. Okay, and then, okay, so what we're gonna do now is let's put on some eyeliner, okay? I'm gonna use an eyeliner pen. It's called an ink liner from Farmasi. And as you can see, you can make your lines super thin. You can really make it as thin or as thick as you want. I'm gonna try to go just a little bit thicker right there. Okay, but this is a water-resistant, smudge-free ink pen, and it's incredible. It's available in black, brown, blue, navy blue. And I know we really shouldn't pull our eyelids out like this to apply liner, because, you know, it's a sensitive area, but I have really, not only are my eyelids hooded, but they're like, the skin is super, super loose there. So it's just easier for me to do it that way. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna apply a pair of false lashes, and these are called Magnificent. They're from Farmasi. They're probably my favorite lashes, but what I like to do, okay, well, first I am gonna apply a little layer of mascara, and I'm just gonna use my mascara that's called 3D Effect. Say it's like $14, super inexpensive. This is probably my favorite mascara for like a down day or if I'm applying false lashes. So I like to apply a layer, and this is an optional step when you're putting on false lashes. You definitely don't have to do this. I just find that my lashes, my real lashes kind of flow into my fake lashes better when there's a coat of mascara on them. So again, if you don't want to do this step, you don't have to. It's just what works best for me. Okay, so that's the 3D Effect. That's just a really light layer. If I was wearing it by itself, I would definitely, you know, add some more strokes to it without having to re-dip it. I just want to make sure that all of my lashes are coated, because that's how I like to wear. I feel like my false lashes look better that way.
Yes, we can.
Okay, so there's that. And I always mess up just a little bit up there. So let's turn that off. I don't know if you can guys tell the color of that Dubai Shimmer Shadow that I have on, but it is so, so pretty. I'm loving that as a fall shimmer. I'm telling you, the Glamour Palette is one of those palettes that you just have to have year round. It works so good. Okay, so I'm gonna use Farmasi's Lash Art Adhesive Glue. And normally I put this on my lash line, but I've been seeing so many people apply it to this line. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's see, this lash set goes on this eye. This lash adhesive glue works really, really well too. I have used, I believe, what was that brand? Kiss? So like a Kiss Duo or something. I've used that, and this works just as well. So if there's ever a product that I'm wanting and Farmasi has it, I'll get it from there and try it first because I get it for half off. Okay, so you can see when I have this glue on, it looks transparent, or like a bluish iridescent. That's what I'm trying to say. So you just let it dry a little bit. You can start to see it'll start to fade in color. Starting to lighten up some. You don't have to stay out here if you don't want. Okay, so you can see there it's starting to fade more and more. I'm gonna go ahead and start to stick it on here. So what I like to do, mind you, I'm used to doing it the other way. I'm just trying to apply them a different way now, just because I saw someone else do it. So I'm gonna stick that right there. So Farmasi also has a lash applicator. That might be okay. I haven't practiced enough with an applicator to use it. I normally just use my fingers. And I get it where I want it, and then I very gently try to just apply a little bit of pressure to make sure that it's all the way down and sticking good. And I just tap very lightly because I don't want my fingers to be stuck to the glue, you know, because that'll happen sometimes, especially if you're a beginner at lashes. You're gonna have horrendous luck. Maybe not, maybe you'll have beginner's luck, but I actually had beginner's luck the very first time I applied glue lashes, and I was like, oh, that was a lot easier than I thought. And then anytime after that, I was like, I couldn't get lashes to work for me. So I stopped spending money on glue lashes and started spending money on magnetic lashes. And there's a lot of controversy between, you know, magnetic lashes and all of that, but I didn't care. I was like, I just want lashes. So I went through a couple different companies, and it's like at one point, one of the companies changed their formula and it irritated my eyes, so I couldn't wear it. And the other company was more expensive, and their lashes fell apart super, super easy. So, and that was just an online. One was a direct sales company, and then the other was just an online store that theirs were way more expensive and just fell apart so easy. And then it just kind of got to the point where it was a waste of money altogether. And about that time, Farmasi launched their false lashes, and I thought, well, let me just start playing with some glue, because that's when I started researching ingredients in glue and realized how clean Farmasi's lash glue is. It's very clean. It doesn't have like there's one main ingredient like formaldehyde or something that a lot of glues will actually put an ingredient that they put in their glue, and Farmasi doesn't do that. So you can see that the color will get less and less and less. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start to stick this one on here too. And I suggest, if you are brand new to lashes, we've all been brand new at some point, if you are brand new to wearing false lashes, practice with them. Like, buy a pair specifically just to practice for. Like, don't even have the intention that you're gonna rock them the first couple times and wear them out. Like, just have the intention that you're just simply going to practice with them. Just buy a practice pair and leave it at that. That way you don't get frustrated. You're not messing up your makeup and all of the things. You just simply practice with it. So what I'm gonna do is hop off of here. I'm gonna go do my base face on Facebook Live, and then I will come back and be able to show you the rest of the look once I'm all done. Okay, this is my finished look. I used all the products for my base face on my Facebook Live, put on my lip gloss. So I have on lip liner 227, this right here, and I paired it with this really pretty shimmer metallic lip gloss, and it's called Golden Topaz. Isn't that so pretty? These are Farmasi's newest glosses, and they're not sticky at all. They're amazing, but I figured since I didn't finish my eye makeup on the bottom, I'd go ahead and do that with you, just so you could also see the whole finished package. So I'm going to get a little brush out. This is just a round shaping brush, and I'm gonna go in with ashes. And I'm going to place ashes. So again, I'm not a makeup artist, but any tips that I learn, I like to share them with others. And I've learned that you don't want to wear an eyeliner on your bottom lash line because it closes in your eyes a lot. Makes them look smaller, not as wide or, open. So if you still feel like you need, a nice little liner on the bottom, just use a powder. So I'm using the shade Ashes, which was the dark brown that I wore for my eyes as well. And then what we're gonna do, there's two more things we're gonna do real quick to top this off. And since I used my 3D, my 3D effect, I'm not gonna do it right now because I don't know where it is. Oh, you know what? Let's go in with our highlighter palette, grab a tiny bit of gold, and pop it right there. Pop it right there in the inner corner, just like that. It's okay if it goes up too much. The shimmer is pretty loose, so you can move it around as much as you need to. Okay, there's that. And then I like to put mascara on the bottom. And this is actually my favorite mascara. Normally, I don't wear false lashes on a daily basis. I wear double lash extend almost every time that I wear my makeup. And this mascara is a $22 value. And right now you can get it free when you buy my business kit that's on my website. My business kit's only $19. It automatically gives you 50% off of your own products. If you choose, or it gives you 50% off of your own products for the next 6 months. If you choose to sell this product, it's not mandatory, but if you do, it's going to give you a minimum of 50% commission on everything that you sell. And that's a base pay. All right. And that is that, my friends. I hope you guys have a great night. If you're interested in ordering any makeup, the website will be in the description. It's www.farmasius.com/Katie Jenkins, my first and last name. Again, it's in the comments or in the description, so please copy and paste it from there if you need to. Find it on YouTube, Instagram, it's literally everywhere. And if you're interested in joining and grabbing that business kit for a discount for the next 6 months, you're gonna get that mascara for free. If you are interested in joining to make money and you're like, I don't really have $20 to even waste, seriously, just grab it and sell that mascara. The mascara is $22.90, and boom, you just bought back your kit. And then you can start making some really good money, and I can help you. I will be your personal mentor. I am one of the 54 leaders in the state of Florida. I am top 2% of the company, and my team is one of the top 100 teams in the company, Farmasi USA. So I'm pretty confident in what I do, and I'd love to help you.